Hello. I was honestly not expecting this. An enhanced risk at 6:05 p.m. already on the day before this event. Looks like the event for West Michigan will be 8 to midnight. We are in a 30% categorical, I should start with. For places such as, I'll actually show you guys in a minute, but on here it says Milwaukee, Chicago, St. Paul, Madison, and Grand Rapids. A wind 30%. I'm going to actually do this as well. A slight risk for cities such as Detroit, Cleveland, Fort Wayne, Columbus, Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Louisville, Evansville, Duluth, Marquette, and a marginal risk for places such as Little Rock, Jackson, Nashville. Also slight for Bowling Green. I didn't catch that. Marginal for places still such as Riley, Roanoke, I don't know, Richmond, Charleston, Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Rochester, Fargo. Minneapolis is also in that slate. Sioux Falls for marginal. Peoria, Springfield, St. Louis, that's all in the marginal. For a wind risk, the 30% includes places such as Chicago, Milwaukee, St. Paul, Madison, Grand Rapids, Green Bay. Think of La Crosse and maybe Minneapolis. If not, they're in the 15%. They're just on the border. You can kind of see the other cities with that 15%. The tornado risk is in Wisconsin, unfortunately. The SIG severe is the same as the 10%, but the 10% includes places such as Milwaukee, Madison, Racine, Appleton, and Waukesha. I believe I'm saying that right. 5% for places such as Chicago, Indianapolis, Minneapolis, Toledo, Cincinnati, and 2% for Detroit, Columbus, Memphis, Nashville, and Cleveland. But the hail, that's why the marginal is all the way down to the Carolinas. A SIG severe for places such as Chicago, Indianapolis, Milwaukee, but the 30% is where it's going to be mostly. If we look at day 3 real quick, you can see it's still even that we're looking at a potential couple day outbreaks. We've got 2 more pills, as you can see, forming. But day 2, I'm going to do the Michigan weather. So, Upper Great Lakes. Where's Upper Midwest / Great Lakes vicinity. Convection will likely be ongoing Thursday morning near the surface low and beneath the upper low. Cold temperatures aloft will support steepened mid-level lapse rates with a modest boundary layer moisture across the eastern Dakotas. Hail will be possible with this activity. Supercell wind profiles are also expected into late morning, and additional low-topped convection may develop from late morning into early afternoon, posing a risk of hail, gusty winds, and a tornado or two across the eastern Dakotas. By afternoon, mid-60s Fahrenheit dew points are expected within a somewhat narrow warm sector from central Minnesota southeast into Wisconsin and northern Illinois. As large-scale ascent increases, thunderstorms are expected to develop in an arc from east-central Minnesota to southeast Wisconsin on the nose of a 40 to 50 kT low jet and a mid-level dry slot. Vertically veering winds will produce supercell wind profiles. Low-level photographs will become enlarged, in part due to the increasing low-level jet, but also within the warm front zone. Additionally, steep mid-level lapse rates and ML Cape greater than 2,500 joules a kilogram are possible. This should support robust updrafts and rapidly increasing storm intensity once initiation occurs. Large to very large hail, up to 3 inches in diameter, and tornadoes, a couple maybe strong, appear possible within the moisture-rich, favorably sheared warm sector. Given strong 850 to 700 MB flow and steepening low-level lapse rates, where strong heating occurs, severe gust potential is also expected. Current thinking is that, given the orthogonal nature of low-level flow to the surface boundary, supercell storm mode may be favored with perhaps a trend toward bowling but bowing segment during the evening. A gust to 80 miles per hour cannot be ruled out, but given uncertainty in storm mode, transitioning to or favoring linear segments have held off on adding a sig wind delineation. The bands of severe storm should develop northeast with time into the evening, with a gradual weakening trend expected across upper and lower Michigan. Yet, that last part may sound really good. It's weakening for Michigan. I don't think it will. Yes, it will be coming 8 o'clock to us. But because of the things I've seen on here, Isaac Krause found this. I don't know how to get to this. That's a pretty significant, I believe that's tornado parameter. Pretty significant. Can see the tornado forecast from NATOcast. Pretty significant. I think that's today. Then 7 hours ago, Star WX from Birmingham, Alabama, posted this. HRRR for tomorrow. No, this isn't Oklahoma. This is frickin' Southwest Michigan. The possible hazard type being a tornado. And you can see Isaac Krause has another one from Southwest Michigan. Possible hazard type tornado. Very similar photograph. And when looking through this, he said, given the 12Z HRRR, the environment in Southwest Michigan, Thursday night will be more than capable of producing strong tornadoes and large hail. I'm actually starting to get fairly concerned. And then at 10:50 a.m., about 6 minutes later, he posted May 3rd, 1999 analog. The sounding analogs just means similar. The supercell, you go down 1, 2, 3, 4 to this OKC from Oklahoma City on May 3rd, 1999, which that was the day that the Bridge Creek Moore F5 touchdown. We go up, you can see a lot of Cape down in Berrien County. That's actually Helicity Index. I thought that was Cape. No, Helicity. I think if a storm were to form and get updraft coming through here, if it moves northeast, this could produce one that gets into Allegan County. Even into Allegan County, it's pretty severe. That was from Mikey. You can see if this one does do its track of this, that will go right through that unstable atmosphere. As well as you can also see the giant risk in Wisconsin. This is actually a good GIF to show. You can kind of, I want to pull that in full screen. I can't, but you can see, oh, that's wonderful. It shows some updraft coming right near me. Sorry, I got distracted by the Leafs game. This has slight contamination though. Still, this has gotten upgraded. This is at about 2 hours ago. Possible hazard type PDS tornado, aka particularly dangerous situation tornado. That means an observed large violent tornado. This person saying it's worse than the 5/7/2024 Southwest Michigan outbreak, which is the one that produced the EF2 in Portage. Then you can see that is what's concerning. Jack Peltz posted this. You can kind of see that one would be coming right for me. That's actually beautiful. Also, this was at 12:30. This box is damaging winds, large hail, and isolated tornadoes possible. The yellow hatched is potential for strong tornadoes with cyclical supercells. One of the things I want to pull up is Drew Brummel. Amazing guy. Never interacted with him, but he's cool. From what we've had slight chats on here on Twitter. But Michigan Storm Chasers has posted this elevated hatched with Sig Severe with a severe wind outlook, the hail, and the tornado. I will most likely be chasing this night. It's the night after my last full day of high school and the night before my last day of high school, so I might be tired. I'm going to probably station myself in Kalamazoo around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can see very potent environment. But if you are in Michigan, or hell, if you're in any of this enhanced or slight, be weather aware tomorrow. We don't know what this storm system will produce. We don't know how violent it truly will be, especially in Michigan. Michigan is just constantly looking more violent and more violent as the hours go on. We won't find out how violent it is until after the event and all surveys have been completed. If a tornado does touch down, I am extremely concerned that a tornado will touch down in Michigan and go through a population center, just due to, if I turn this off and turn on population center, population, let me get the Tor value back up. Hopefully that zoomed in for you guys. You can see at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the enhanced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in Michigan, alone in Michigan. And another thing is, let me quick pull up the Google Maps. You can look, this is a major city. This is another population center. Another population center. Another population center. Another population center. Population center. Kind of population center. Population center. Just even down here, Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, Portage, which I don't think, yes, it has not been updated. Like, Climax is decently sized. I don't know why that was something that intrigued me. Down here even, this is a pretty built up area as well. Like Captain Mike's Fun Park. I don't know. Bridgman, I believe is actually how it's pronounced. Then even here in Benton Harbor, which is kind of a rundown area. I think it's St. Joseph that's a rundown sector. I don't know anymore. Lake Michigan Beach, that's kind of a very populated area. South Haven even, which is where I did my last chase based out of. Actually, I was in this Walmart parking lot for a while. But can kind of just look. This has a lot of population centers an international airport, which had a F-Zero just come through here not that long ago. Davenport University, their football stadium's right here. This is a setup that is going to cause property damage for someone in the state of Michigan, and definitely property damage in the state of Wisconsin. So please, please, please be weather aware, and thank you for watching this video. If you've watched it all the way through, thank you very much. It's just better to watch this all the way through, because this is a potential outbreak. Once this event's over, I will definitely recap the event. I will be streaming, so I'll see you guys when I'm done after this event. Peace.